So today we're out here at the orchard at Arbor Day Farm. Behind me is what's called the cider block. They're not typically fresh eating apples. They're apples you won't really find in the store or that you'll find available like on our shelf in the apple house. So in the cider orchard we have 10 different rows of 10 different varieties. And I've chosen these varieties because they make specifically better cider, and more specifically better hard cider. These apples aren't as sweet as the normal eating apple that's bred to be, juicy and delicious like Honeycrisp, Fuji, Gala. These apples typically have a drier taste to them. They're not as sweet, maybe not as crunchy, but they have bittersweet, sharp notes. They have more tannins, more fermentable sugars, all those sort of complex flavors that make it a better cider apple. So the variety behind me is a great example. It's called Golden Russet. You can find Golden Russet in nurseries. They are a great eating apple, but they make an even better cider apple. They're very unique because when they get to be mature, they'll have a very rough skin, almost like a sandpaper or a cat's tongue. And what this does is holds natural yeast and has a lot of fermentable sugar on the skin itself. So they make a really good hard cider and cider variety. So a lot of these cider varieties are considered heirloom varieties or antique apples. Apples originated from Europe. No apple is original to America. Malus domestica originated in Europe, in Kazakhstan. And so everyone had to bring their apples over. And back in the early 1800s, the settlers were planting these type of heirloom apples because this is what existed back in the day before Honeycrisp, before Fuji, before Gala. And so these apples have been around and grown for hundreds of years, and people are just now beginning to realize that they are really good tasting and they make great cider. Yarlington Mill, Golden Russet, all these varieties are considered heirloom varieties, but as you can see, I have them planted in mass, about 4 acres, for purposeful cider production.